Welcome back to Mud Lake Ranch. Today we're here with Spypoint trail cameras. I have purchased two LM2, the newest trail cameras from Spypoint. To be honest, in the past I've actually decided I was switching away from Spypoint to Tacticam reveals. I am blown away with Tacticam with their picture quality and the consistency of their cameras running properly. And I've had issues in the past with Spypoints not working, having to deal with customer service, having to do firmware updates on SD cards using a laptop computer, which is completely not convenient. They've improved some of those things. Now the firmware updates are done remotely via your phone or directly to the device via cellular. So you don't have to pull your SIM card or SD card and add a firmware update to the cameras now, which is a huge improvement. These cameras boast a 20 megapixel camera, a 90-foot detection, and 90-foot flash range. And from my past experience with Spypoint, I have a couple in operation right now, and those are the Link Micros, the originals, and they're triggering at easily 90 feet, maybe 100 feet. So I'm willing to bet that these are going to reach out even further than they advertise. Really excited to get these out in the field, but I'm going to walk you through the initial setup, battery installation, walk you over the overview of the cameras, and let you know my initial thoughts on these, and I'll update you in the future in the comment section if I have any revelations, compliments, or complaints about these LM2 cameras from Spypoint. One of the really cool features of the LM2 is that your card is never actually full. It has a continuous mode, so the newest picture will overwrite the oldest picture should your SIM card your memory card get full while it's out in the field. Say you have your trail camera set up out in like Kentucky and you live in Texas or New York or something, and your batteries are still good, but you are out of memory on your card. It will continue to work, continue to send you pictures, and overwrite those old photos on the card. That is by far probably the coolest thing about these cameras. They do not do video, so if video is something you're looking for, this doesn't do it. Look for another model. If you're a weather nerd, or if you really like to monitor how deer are behaving based on time, temperature, moon phases, all of those things are stamped on each of the photos. So you're gonna have the time the photo was taken, the temperature when the photo was taken, the moon phase, and all of that data you could collect and graph if you really wanted to, and get an idea of patterning this wild game while you're sitting at your computer at home. So nerds rejoice, you can do math and science to track your deers. The LM2s have a 2-year warranty, and I don't know if you need it yet, but a 2-year warranty gives you a little bit of confidence. One of the reasons I came back to use Spypoints again is because they're so affordable. Ridiculously inexpensive. I think these two cameras combined were $100. I'll leave a link to the Amazon product in the description below. I do not get commission from Spypoint. I am not affiliated with them in any way at all, other than that I'm a customer. As far as their plans go, you still get 100 photos free. And that's, what is that called? Shut up, geese. The plans with Spypoint are also affordable, starting at like $5 or $7 a month for low photo packages, but you still get the 100 free, which is unprecedented in the cellular trail camera industry. And if Tacticam had it, I would probably be buying more of their cameras. The 100 free do get burned up really quick, but if you're in an off season like spring, early summer, when you're not tracking the activity as much, or the antlers aren't growing, or turkey season's over, and you just want to have something to monitor the yard, or if you wanted to see what's going on at a specific spot for a short time, those 100 photos come in handy. And their unlimited plan is an affordable option. I like to turn my cameras on in like September, October, and run them till the end of deer season, which is early December. If you time it right, you get most bang for your buck, and you get to optimize that plan for your needs. I can't remember if I bought nationwide plan or Verizon plan, but there's no indication on the box. I think these might be both. It has a QR code on the back to scan to see where there is cellular coverage for these cameras. They take pictures at day or at night, which you're probably aware, ultra compact design. These things are tiny. So when they take the photos, they transmit them directly to the Spypoint app. So almost real time. The delay is not long. I get an idea of it down here at the lake because I have one up on the hill. And when I pull in with my truck, I'll get my camera alert not long after I arrive down here, and I'm pulling in 100 feet from my Link Micro. These do require a 2 GB up to 32 GB memory card. Now, if you're not going to worry about keeping the photos on the card, that 2 GB card might save you a little bit of money, and as I mentioned earlier, it will be overwritten as new photos are taken. These require 8 AA batteries. They recommend lithium. I'm using some batteries I got that are from Amazon. I bought a 150 pack of them to lower my cost as much as possible overall. The price per battery is ridiculous. I will leave a link in the description below. If you're running a lot of trail cameras and you're not doing rechargeables, lithium would just break the bank. These will get me through multiple seasons as long as my kids don't stuff them into toys. We've covered most of the key features of these cameras. I'm going to rip them out of the box now and give you the instructions on setup and get a little close-up look of what's inside the box. All right, inside the box you're going to find your camera unit, your antenna, which will attach right here, your strap for attaching it to a tree or post, your quick start guide instructions, which includes what's included, what you'll need. First, you're going to remove this little plastic lens cover, remove this little thread protector, and install your antenna. All right. To open the unit, you just simply pull on this latch here. Open that up. It explains that you need to remove the battery compartment to install the batteries because there's batteries on this side and the back side. And you need to insert your micro SD card into this slot. Pull this out. Some of my older cameras, these little battery buttons here that attach to touch these, they can get worn over time and you may need to pull those down to make sure you get a good connection. It's very clear which way you insert this side up and this direction. So we're going to install the 8 batteries into the unit. These are the Amazon industrial batteries that I purchased 150 of. I got them for dirt cheap, but when you check them out, the price may have changed anyway. So these each take 8 batteries, so between the two we need 16 to get going. I'll have to go back, see if I can find a micro SD card so I can get one of these up and running for you. So easy as that. We're not going to turn it on right now. So SD card, batteries, turn it on. When you add it to your, I think you just scan it. I probably should look at the instructions, but so once you actually have installed the batteries and you have a micro SD card in there, you'll power the camera on, and if you have signal, it will let you know. A red light flashing, red light here means no signal, orange means fair signal, green means good signal, and flashing green light means searching for signal. If it's flashing red here, they're just a setup delay. All lights off means your camera is ready to rock. You can trigger the camera with motion to test it, so you can go set it up wherever you want and just walk in front of it or something like that. Underneath this little panel here is your SIM card, and that's what connects you to cellular once this battery's up and rolling. So if you ever have any issues and you need to get access to SIM, it's behind this panel here. They can be, sometimes you need to rub the metal part and put them back in. If you dropped it, it could have come loose, but unlikely. All right, so we're going to read that quick start guide and get these things set up. Plus sign, now hit the scan button and try to scan the QR code inside that box.
Where's the scan button?
Oh yeah, select the type. It's X. It's the last one.
Let's redo that.
LM2.
Redo that.
LM2, it's the last one. Go right about it. Scan that QR code. Hit activate. What does it say?
The camera's not recorded yet. It may take a while.
All right, I'm back. I had to run out to Walgreens to grab a couple of micro SD cards. They didn't have anything smaller than 16 gig, and they only had one of the 16 gig, so I had to get a 32. Was going to prove a point there that you could get the 2 gigabyte and save money because they overwrite the old images, and I only really need it for the cellular transfer, and then I can download it to my phone if I want. But we're going to get these installed and get this camera mounted. All right, we got the card in. This camera is set up on my app, so we'll turn her on. Flashing means it's thinking. It's still flashing. I'm gonna mount this thing right on this post right here, just out the field edge, about 20 yards. If you don't know how to use one of these straps, you probably don't have any business hunting or using a camera to begin with. Anyway, you just push this little lever down, feed the strap through. It's got little teeth. It's got teeth here that hold it in place so that it can't pull through. Oh, we'll put this post in backwards. Guess maybe we'll be facing the field instead. These fence posts you get like at Tractor Supply or even Walmart are nice because they have this little latch here, and well, it's for the fence line, but it works good to hold your trail camera at the height you want. On the micro, the previous cameras, they tended to have the antennas down, and they had a bracket for them. I'm gonna put it up, see if it makes any kind of difference. We are still flashing green. Searching for a signal. I hope it doesn't fail because I got a little red in there. I hope it don't fail because we don't get AT&T service here. We do get Verizon. This is supposed to work nationwide though. All right, we got the second camera SD card in, batteries loaded, and we're getting ready to turn this one on for the first time. All right. The first one we installed is saying no signal, so it's solid red. I have cell bars on my phone, no problem. So let's take the batteries out, put them back in, and see what happens. All right, I'm at the house. I walked out, brought the second camera. The other one I left back there. I took the batteries out, put them back in. This one looks to be orange, not red, so it's displaying that it has some signal. Still hasn't connected to the app yet. I'm gonna take this on a ride with me. We're going for Mother's Day to another next town over. Basically, we'll see if cell service changes and makes this thing communicate. But right now, neither one of them are communicating with the app, even though we have Verizon service with a couple bars. Once you successfully added the cameras to your app, you'll see them show up amongst your other cameras. If it's a new one, it'll be the only 2 there, or only 1 there. The LM2 device is there. You select the new device. If you want to change the name of it, they come pre-named, but I like to name them for the location they're in. You get manage device. As you can see, that changed the name, and you can name them whatever you want. I like to use an identifier that is clear, and I also now name them with the year that I got them. Other settings that you can change are the capture mode. On this device, it does not do video, so it doesn't apply to it, but other Spypoints might. You can change your time between photos. Mine's currently set at a minute. you can change that to longer or shorter durations. You can also change it to a multi-shot where it will take 1 or 2 pictures while triggered. And do make sure that you click Save Changes in the upper right corner to ensure that you've saved the changes that you've just made, or you will have to do it all over again. Going in now to change the name of the second camera, so I have an easy identifier of which camera is which. And if you stick around a little bit, I'm going to show you some of the first photographs captured from these cameras before I had to leave for an event. I'm going to give you the low res, high res, and maybe a nighttime photo if we get any before I leave. Hey, look at that. Camera triggered and sent a photo to the phone. It's the first one on these new LM2s. All right, we finally got these to connect. The one out in the field says it's got like 1 bar and it's in the red, but it did connect to the cellular finally. This one has 50%, and we are only 300 yards from that other camera. 50% as in like half the cellular reception of 100%, a couple bars. And as you can see there, I don't know if that, probably can't see it. I said a pop-up, it took a picture of me filming the camera. This camera, I just wanted to show you it in my hand for size reference, is extremely small, easy to conceal. So it'll be a little easier to hide from your trespassing neighbors or on state or public land. Thank you for watching this episode of Mud Lake Ranch. If you found this video useful, helpful, or interesting, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe.